Quit being the sheep and use as fuel. Hello Shaper, hope you're doing well today. In today's video I want to share with you the biggest fuel and how to ignite it. Well, what is actually the biggest fuel? I believe it is the fuel it calls the power of curiosity. In fact, Einstein has said back then, I'm not genius, I'm just passionately curious. So this is actually the thing, being curious. And back in my life, when I just reflect on my life, I can say that just one-to-one. When I was in a primary school, I was fighting against everyone because I couldn't German, so I was just fighting, and it was my only way to communicate with other people who don't understanding me. Not understanding me, but who are against me, who are kind of seeing this aggression against me. So I was answering with my own aggression, with my own fists and feet. What I also did was so I was sent to a normal, to a little bit lower level of primary school. And when I graduated, I wanted to go higher, but my teacher said, no, you're freaking German and everything, you know, you don't deserve it, you deserve to be a freaking construction worker or something like that and just die there. She talked to me like this, and I was say, okay, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you. And this is what I did actually, I challenged her. And how I did challenge her? Well, it was a thing when I was, I went to the school what she recommended me. Okay, good. Because I had no choice, I tried out other schools, but my certificate wasn't that good, so I had no choice. I was pretty good in math back then, but I was pretty bad in German, and it was the biggest thing. I was good in every single subject, but not German. German was the most struggle for myself. So this was the only thing that brought me to the lowest middle school that you can get here in Germany. And yeah, I went there. I was bullied there for over 10 years. And yes, you might know, in the last grade, in the 10th year, my teacher has changed. And when she changed, what eventually happened is everything has changed. She actually didn't hated me and give me the remarks I actually deserve and not what she wanted to give me. So I actually went from an F student to an AB student in 1 year. Everyone just, how can you do it? And everyone just hating on me. I know that back then I was one of those human beings who was just had even the imposter syndrome when I was back in school, and just I don't deserve it. I want to strive even more. I want to explore more the world and not just being in this shitty place that I'm right now. And even called Germany, for many people it's a holy grave, but it's not the holy grave. It's maybe for holy grave who don't want to work, because you get just money from the state. But for who want to work, who want to strive, it's a freaking hell, because all these rules, everything, you can, in US you can open, like when you're 8 years old, you can open your own company, and if you have like permission with your parents, stuff like that, you can do it. In Germany, try it. Everyone would laugh you out, because there are too many rules to just open a freaking company. Just to having freaking hot dog stand or something like that, like, you know, selling socks on a freaking like doing like garage sales, something like that. It's forbidden here. So it's harder. It's a lot harder here to be an entrepreneur than everywhere else in the world, I believe it. It's also one of those reasons why Germany is just sleeping for more than 50 years and pulling all Europe also in a sleep mode, where US and especially China is really striving forward. You can see the results. So let's go back to the theme. And when I was actually in the middle school, everyone was hating me, and I discovered Japanese. And first of all, I was also, because everyone say, hey, why you learn Japanese and stuff like that, another thing that you just wanna throw out and stuff like that, everyone just hating on me. And when I was started to learn Japanese, like by myself first, and just because I'm kind of nature, I also like to share my own habits, my own beliefs. What eventually happened, I was also more bullied than before. But in the 10th grade, it was pretty okay. And when I graduated, what I did eventually, I applied already for Japanese course, like when I was in 8th grade. It was back hated on that. In 10th grade, I graduated, even I had the imposter syndrome. I tried to strive forward, because it's just still belief, it's not my reality that I believe in and I have to be in. And then I strive forward, and because of my good end curriculum of the middle school, I went to a higher middle school, and this middle school I also graduated pretty good. And everyone said, no, you can't go to the next school, and I just went to the next school and applied there and also graduated, and then I go to the high school. So yeah, I have like 15 years of education, and I haven't been in one grade twice. I have been just, as you said, I just started from the lowest level going up to the highest. And you know, back in high school, I have actually kind of had a talk with a friend of my, with a father of a friend of mine. And he has told me just to don't give a shh about anything and just strive forward. This is what I did. I just strive forward, and then I say, okay, I don't give what the other said to me. So I don't want to be focused on to get a freaking paper that I can just go and, you know, just use a toilet paper, you know, because I don't like this things really. This kind of attestation, you can even buy this stuff. So even here in Germany. So and what I eventually did is I was focused more on Japanese, because I knew my future is not here in Germany, it's in Japan. And eventually, because of my curiosity, I went to Japan, and even people said back, you can't apply there for university because you don't have your high school down. Yeah, I don't have my high school, but I have figured out how to actually go to university in Japan. It was not the best university, and I could get to the best university, but it was like my ignorance which has held me back to strive even more forward. It was more my fear and the ignorance, because I haven't finished high school here back in Germany. In Germany, you have to finish the high school to go to the university. There's no other way. There's some other ways, but I don't like these ways either. Like doing apprenticeship and stuff like that. I don't want to work for Germany because I hate this land. I hate this country. Back then I hated it, and currently I'm kind of adapted towards it, but it's still, I can feel this bureaucracy and everything. It's really not my beer. Germany's not my beer, even it's a country of beer. So yeah, Reshaper, tell me what's the most thing you've picked up so far. I do upload every single day, so make sure you hit the notification and subscribe button. Also, share with your friends if you, because I believe sharing is caring, and give me a like if you get some value from it. As always, do not let yourself be passionate now.